Tough loss tonight. What did you say to your team post game?
Just we just got to kind of, wear it and take it, and just take the good, of course, with the bad, and we had some good stretches, of course, but they just we were a little bit too much on our heels, and I think just got to figure out, how we got to that feeling where we were on our toes and we were aggressive both offensively and defensively, so that we can have good results. And but yeah, a good fight there in the second half to kind of make a little bit of a run at it. But there in the first half, we just had too many empty possessions on both sides of the ball to kind of be on the other side of the coin of having a cushion.
What can you say about DJ's effort tonight?
I thought, him and a couple other guys played a good effort and a good, wanting to win and wanting to make plays. And but at the same time, we just got to sustain it. We just got to sustain those runs and those good stretches and figure out how to bottle that up a little bit if you want to win a tough road game at Boise. As you know, the conference isn't an easy one. A lot of tough challenges and tough games, but at the same time, there's nothing that we need to, can't quit. It was a tough road loss at a really good team. So we got to take tomorrow, make sure we get treatment, make sure we do what we need to do to get ready for another tough one.
You've got some tough opponents coming up. How much would a win over a good team help the confidence level of your squad going forward?
Yeah, I think, even as much as anything, with the group, where we're at, and again, since we've been playing some really good basketball over the last month, just to kind of continue doing that. I think this is a team and a roster where, as long as we're the aggressors offensively and defensively, we're going to have a lot of good results, and I think that's kind of shown itself over the last 6 games, especially with Boise. When we're not the aggressors, when we're kind of on our heels and a little timid, and it doesn't work for us. And so, of course, just making sure we go fight and compete. Boise's going to win a lot of games in this league, like they usually do. But by losing tonight, it doesn't mean we can't still go win games. And but at the same time, understanding that each night is a challenge, and teams are playing hard to win games. It's conference time, and so we got to be one of those that people talk about how hard we play, how competitive we are, and you're in a fight when you're going to play Vegas.
What were you telling your players throughout the game, just doing their best job trying to guard Degenhart?
Yeah, just again, he's a really good player. It's you can't guard Degenhart with one guy, and so there was a couple times where we just, again, they ran some good stuff. We were a little bit out of position, and he makes you pay. And especially there in that first half, Cardenas creating advantages for teammates, Degenhart finishing, creating plays for teammates. If you want to stop Boise, that's 1 and 1A right there. Those two guys making plays not only for themselves but for others. And again, there's going to be a handful when we watch film where I'm sure it's going to show we're not far off. We just again got to be a little more on our toes. We got to be a little more aggressive, and just kind of pick up the tempo and just fight and compete.
We talked at the half about getting into the paint, getting clean touches, but doing it without dribbling into the paint. Did you think you did a little better job in the second half?
Yeah, and I think a lot of that started just kind of with our pace out of the backcourt. It's tough when a team goes on a 6-0, 8-0 run. You kind of find yourself, slowing down a little bit and kind of make, again, just kind of being on our heels a little bit. And there in the second half, and even at the beginning of the first half, when we had good pace, we had good offensive possessions. They don't always end with points, but if it's a good shot in rhythm where guys know where the shot's coming from, then we're going to live with it. And then that stretch in the second half, I thought we did a better job coming out of the backcourt with pace, kicking ahead, making plays for each other, getting to the rim. We had a lot of plays at the rim in the second half. So we got to keep focusing on that. But I thought we were more ready, shot ready in the second half, especially when we caught. And like I said, we got guys that can make shots. So every time they catch, if they're a threat to shoot it, then our offense is going to go pretty well, and we're going to get good looks. So we got to bottle that up and figure out how to do that for 40 minutes.